defensive issues, while others are looking at the striking force of the Super Eagles. No doubt about it, it's going to be a busy weekend for for our sports fans. And of course, later today, the Super Eagles must be able to do what? To put in place their strength to tame the indomitable Lions of Cameroon. And that is what we are going to look at this morning. Our chance of doing what? Of getting to the quarter-final stage, round of 8 of the ongoing African Cup of Nations, which the round of 16 will kick off later today. At 9 precisely later today, the Super Eagles will be playing against the indomitable Lions of Cameroon. And if you look at it really, by chance, the Cameroonians qualified for the for the knockout stage. But then when you talk about the Super Eagles as well, not that we were able to play fine football during the group stage, don't forget, except a goal that was scored by Victor Osimhen during their first encounter against the Equatorial Guinea that ended in a 1-1 draw. We've not been able to see fine football, fine goals from our own darling Super Eagles, and that is where we'll look at it. Their chances of moving to the round of the round of 16 of the ongoing championship. Qualifying for the quarter-final stage, I beg your pardon, of the ongoing African Cup of Nations. We'll look at the number to call this morning, 080-6305-8822 will be the number to call. If you are willing to give a call this morning, 080-6305-8822 will be the number to call for your contributions. Like I've said, the information reaching us, Kelechi Iheanacho may likely be in action for the Super Eagles later today. Yes, Kelechi Iheanacho may likely be in action for the Super Eagles. And don't forget that if you are talking about Kelechi Iheanacho, we've not been able to see him in the ongoing African Cup of Nations. Then maybe he will serve as a joker for Coach Peseiro, who is believing that his boys must play hard to beat the indomitable Lions of Cameroon. But then we will still talk about some of our players as well. Don't forget that some complained about the midfield bitterly, but later today we should be able to see the tactics that Peseiro will use. Information reaching us made us to understand that he's likely to go back to the formation he used during his first and second matches of the African Cup of Nations, at the group stage. But some have faulted the formation, while others were believing that we must do more of attacking this time around, because some of our players, they've not been able to move out there to find the back of the net of their opponent. Most of the time, they bring the ball back to their own 18-yard box, which some soccer fans have faulted, that instead of them moving ahead, they bring the ball backward, and that shouldn't be the style of the game we are expecting. So any moment from now, I know people have been trying to reach us. We'll start picking your call. I beg your pardon that we've not been able to take calls, but now, very soon, any moment from now, we'll pick your calls. But let's inform you that information shows that Kelechi Iheanacho may likely be part of the team we are expecting to prosecute the game against the indomitable Lions of Cameroon. Like we have said, he's going to serve as a joker for Peseiro. If Peseiro is able to make use of Iheanacho, Leicester City forward Kelechi Iheanacho is in line to make his first appearance at the ongoing African Cup of Nations for Nigeria. That's when the Super Eagles will take on the indomitable Lions of Cameroon in a round of 16 clash at the State Felix Stadium. Iheanacho, who has recovered, that's according to information reaching us, from a thigh injury that made him a major injury doubt for the AFCON 2023, was an unused substitute for Nigeria during the group stages of the championship. But this time around, we want to believe Iheanacho will be in action later today. Yes, another information reaching us this time around. If you look at one of the players really making us to understand that that Osimhen will be able to score goals later today. Don't forget that Osimhen was annoyed in one of their matches where he couldn't get major passes from his own colleagues, and that didn't serve well. At the time, he had to voice out that the style of play he was not in support. Don't forget that he became aggressive. Some couldn't get Osimhen. Not that Osimhen was eager to score, but the fact still remains that as African Football Player for the year, and don't forget that if he fails to get more goals, then it's likely to be a problem even when he gets back to Napoli, because money placed on him may likely be reduced. We have a caller. Hello, good morning. Who is calling? Hello?
Good morning, sir.
Yes, tell us your name and where you are calling from, please.
Yes, my name is Joshua. I'm calling from Owo.
Yes, my brother from Owo. How is Owo this morning?
We're fine, thank God.
Yes, let's hear from you.
Thank you. I just want to ask a question, please. You can see this our Super Eagles team. They are not well balanced to say. But I want to ask a question that what is Ahmed Musa doing in that team, for God's sake? It's just there, like people say, short one. Is he waiting for Nigeria to win the cup so that he can come out and lift the cup up and lift up the cup? It's very funny. Why can you? We have other boys who are, even our home base team, who are still active. Ahmed Musa went to Kano Pillar the other time. The Kano Pillar get relegated. He went to another club and even undisclosed amount of this. Why are you inviting this man? Look at the other captain. Look at the way they are performing. Look at this Senegal captain and all that. I don't know. Must you go with Ahmed Musa to that place? Just on the bench, captain, is that not a thing of shame to this country? That with somebody who just said, yes, this is what I select, your coach, this man must follow you to the Nations Cup. I don't expect anything. No, I don't expect that they won Cameroon. They won by lot.
My brother Joshua, we must thank you. We must be expecting victory is certain. Don't forget, victory is certain for the Super Eagles later today. But then he was talking about Ahmed Musa. If Ahmed Musa wouldn't have been a man to be part of the squad, I wouldn't have seen Pesero moving ahead with Ahmed Musa. But in football, the fact still remains that you can't rule out experience in football. The same question we were asking when we had the likes of Shuaib Ahmadu being in charge of the Super Eagles, that Sani Keita will always be part of the squad, and I was able to ask the question as well. But we now discovered that anytime, any day during his own days, I'm talking about Sani Keita now, he was a disciplined player who always play according to instruction. But some believe that Ahmed Musa can still cause damage on the part of the opponent. And that's why some still believe that Ahmed Musa should be introduced, because he has the pace when it comes to running fast with the ball. You can't take that away from Ahmed Musa. We saw Ahmed Musa against Argentina during the World Cup, and we saw what he was able to do. And even if the coach is taking Ahmed Musa to the World Cup, I want to believe to the African Cup of Nations, he still has the belief that Ahmed Musa has one or two things to contribute. So, my brother, yes, you've spoken fine, but let's continue to support the Super Eagles. Hello, good morning. Who is calling? Yes, tell us your name and where you are calling from, please.
Yeah, Igene from Ikole.
Yes, Igene, because action will take place today. Super Eagles against the Indomitable Lions of Cameroon.
Today's match, the match between the Super Eagles of Nigeria and Cameroon.
Yeah.
And I know that the match can be easy for us. Cameroon is a big team. Nigeria is a big team, but I give to my Super Eagles. By a little goal.
Yeah.
I'm sure for that one.
Thank you.
Super Eagles.
Up Eagles.
My brother, happy to my brother.
Thank you. I wish you same. Now, you've heard from Igene. With a long goal, we are likely to carry the day. Prediction there anyway. The spirit must not go down. We must continue to give support. Yes, we may not be impressed with what we saw at the group stage. Even the president himself, Ahmed Bola Tinubu, said he wasn't impressed. But don't forget that these boys, they so much have believe in themselves. And that was when one of them was saying that even if soccer fans in Nigeria will not give their support, they are determined to get to places in the ongoing African Cup of Nations. You see, we shouldn't kill their morale anyway. We must give support. Now, the Cameroonians qualified for the knockout stage by luck. Let us look at it from that angle, because they were able to win their last game. Assuming the game ended in a draw, then the Cameroonians might not have been opportune to be in the round of 16. So we can't say that the Indomitable Lions of Cameroon are better off. And if you look at the ongoing championship this time around, we'll talk about countries that we were not expecting much from them. You talk about Namibia, you talk about Angola, some other countries as well. But somehow the game had to turn around. That is football for you. 08063 05 8822, the number to call this morning. if you are willing to contribute to the program, Sports Parade on 91.5 AKT FM. Now, we've talked about Simon Moses giving support to Iheanacho to get, to Osimhen to get goals during their game against the Indomitable Lions of Cameroon. Like I've said, not that Osimhen is too eager, not that he's too eager to get goals, but the fact still remains that when you describe somebody as African football player for the year and is not getting enough passes, you want to agree with me. Osimhen wasn't getting enough passes at the group stage. Look at, he had to go back to fight for the ball. A striker is not expected to fight to that level in order to find the back of the net. We were supposed to have a midfielder or a supporting striker, and that is where we are praying that the likes of Iheanacho will come in to give him the support. But what we saw, especially against Guinea-Bissau, was that Osimhen will need to go back and fight for the ball at the middle of the field in order to do what? To mount pressure on the opponents. And that was why some thought that he was too eager. And if you look at the style of play of our own Super Eagles, instead of them taking ball towards the opponents, going out there to attack, they always bring the ball back to their own 18-yard box. At a time, it was not convenient for the goalkeeper because the goalkeeper was complaining as if you are trying to expose him. You were expected to take the ball to their 18-yard box, to find a solution to the problem on ground. But most of the time, they drag the ball back to their own 18-yard box, and that they must not do with the Cameroonians, because if they do that with the Cameroonians, they are likely to pay bitterly for it. Yes, we will still take one or two calls, 080-6305-8822. Your expectations as per the match that will involve our Super Eagles as well as the Indomitable Lions of Cameroon. Cameroon will be tough. That is coming from Ahmed Musa. Ahmed Musa as well, like we have all agreed, he said Super Eagles captain Ahmed Musa has admitted that today's game, round of 16 encounter against Cameroon at the ongoing African Cup of Nations tournament in Côte d'Ivoire will be a tough encounter. The Eagles will aim to repeat their 2019 AFCON winning. Okay, let's take this call. Hello, good morning. Who is calling?
Good morning, Mr. Ipede is on the line.
Oh, Mr. Joseph Ipede, good morning. Thanks for calling.
Good morning.
Yes, let's hear you briefly.
I believe Super Eagles will defeat Cameroonian.
Yes, that's the spirit. Oh, Mr. Ipede, the network is bad. Maybe you give us a call again. Hello, good morning. Another person on the line. Hello, good morning. Hello. Mr. Ipede, you can still give a trial. Like he said, the Super Eagles will carry the day. Don't forget that it may look as if it will be tough, but we are likely, or let me say, we will definitely carry the day. 08063058822. Now, let's talk about the formation you should be thinking about. The pattern you are expecting Peseiro to make use of. Because like I said, we saw Peseiro in his... Hello, good morning. Who is calling? Hello? Hello, good morning. Hello, tell us your name and where you are calling from, please.
This is Benga from Moye.
Now, Benga is going to be a tough encounter, Cameroon against our own Super Eagles. Is Benga still there?
I'm there.
Yes, Benga, let's hear your analysis this morning.
We should buckle up. The match will be a cracker in waiting. Because we have been performing below expectation, although we are good defensively. But attacking formation we are using is not paying way for us. So maybe, like you have said or analyzed, maybe we need a supportive striker for Osimhen. So him serving as a lone striker, he's a famous footballer. They have known him well. So he's not giving that breathing opportunity to exhibit his talent. So he's needing a supportive striker in that role. And like we have seen in our previous matches, we are deficient in scoring goals. So the goal must come today in order for us to prevail.
Thank you, Benga, for calling. That was Benga calling from Oye, and I think he has a beautiful one there. What we need this time around is goals. We want goals to be scored so that we'll be able to move on in the ongoing African Cup of Nations. Don't forget that even the Ivorians will be coming back as a wounded. Okay, we have a call. The Ivorians may likely be coming back as a team. Hello, good morning. Who is calling?
Good morning. This is Afa Yekin from Mission Ekiti.
Yes, Afa, let's hear you this morning, please.
Afa, as in terms of the club that we are talking about, I know that by the special grace of God, we are going to win a Cameroon because we used to beat them and we are still going to continue going to beat them by the special grace of God.
Yes. Thank you,
okay,
Afa.
Please, I want to ask this question, please.
Please,
is Ahmed Musa having an injury, please?
Thank you, my brother. That is what we've been looking at. If you look at Ahmed Musa, like I said, the coach may have a reason going along with Ahmed Musa. Now, we may not be able to get a better replacement for Ahmed Musa now. And don't forget, in 1994, it was allowed. Stephen Keshi was about moving out from the Super Eagles, but it was allowed. It was a kind of honor. You don't dishonor some players who have served to that level. And if you look at Ahmed Musa, really, he has served. But I'm not saying that justifies the reason why Pesero must go along with Ahmed Musa to the African Cup of Nations to play short one. But like I've said, who knows? Maybe Ahmed Musa may be the man that may decide the game for us after moving to the round of eight. And like I said, he's still a good player. He has the pace and he may have the weapon to nail the indomitable Lions of Cameroon if he's introduced. Because if you're talking about a well-experienced player among them now, you can't rule out Ahmed Musa. And if he's given trial, who told us that he may not be able to give us what we are looking for? Afa, I think that should be the issue this morning. Thank you, Afa Yekin, calling from Mission Ekiti. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Good morning, sir.
Tell us your name and where you are calling from.
This is Mr. Adedeji from Solseven Ekiti.
Let's hear you briefly,
I just
please.
want to put more like concerning the Super Eagles today.
Yes.
And I wish them 2-0 against Cameroon.
Thank you. Thank you. And so shall it be. Yes, so shall it be in Jesus' mighty name. Like he has said, he's reaching us 2-0 in favor of the Super Eagles. Now, if you look at another player that we should be considering as well, Joseph Yobo. Hello, good morning. Who is calling? Hello. Tell us your name and where you are calling from, please. Oh my. You can still give a try, please. Just give us a call. Then we should be able to listen to you, your analysis and your prediction. Somebody said 2-0, and we believe so shall it be. Somebody has said 1-0, and we want to believe so shall it be. Yes, like we have said, Joseph Yobo, during his own days as well, he was equally honored, but I'm not saying that should be the style. Ikpede is trying to get back to it. Hello, Mr. Joseph Ikpede.
Good morning. Well, once again.
Thank you, Mr. Ikpede.
I believe we are going to defeat Cameroonians today.
Yes.
The major problem is we lack scoring capacity.
That is it.
So if they can give Osimhen a better chance, we are going to carry the day. Yeah. By the grace of God.
Yes.
It's 2-1.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Ikpede. We saw the Southwest Subeb Ubeg sporting competition for the primary school level. But you, as the chairman, national president of Games Masters in Nigeria, what would you have to say about that briefly?
The encounter we have at Oluyemika Ode Stadium is just the beginning.
Yeah.
It's Southwest competition comprising 6 states across the geopolitical zone. Yeah. Other zones are begin upon.
Oh my. Hello, are you still there, Mr. Ikpede? Yes.
We are still having more competition to do. After this, we are going for national. Yeah. By the grace of God, you see, we have a lot of talent in Ekiti State. Yes. So by the grace of God, we are moving forward little by little. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ikpede, for calling. That was the national president, sports coordinators in Nigeria at the primary school level. Hello, good morning. I have Chief Deji Shama online. Chief Shama, good morning.
Good morning, Olubashola.
Now, morning. Chief Shama, if you look at the situation, we pray we win so that we will sleep well and we will eat well. Please, let's hear you, please.
Thank you very much. I want to allay fears of people about this Cameroonian team. They got, like you said, they got a scrappy qualification second round. All these soccer minors, all the small boys are out now. But will I say, are they small? If the likes of Ghana, Egypt, and Algeria are out, then we have big teams that we're going to compete. So Nigeria will play Cameroon several times, and majorly, I think we should not be afraid of them. They are afraid of us now, and they are having internal crisis. The goalkeeper and the first choice goalkeeper and the coach, and told us so that they didn't have a good run. They tasted defeat, and since they qualified, we have to play them. And Nigerian Cameroon match anytime, any day is always very difficult. So, and throughout this competition, you can find out that things are not easy for Super Eagles because they are not scoring goals. But this time around, I think we are going to settle down and give them a resounding defeat that people will now know that Nigeria is coming up. We have the best African player in Osimhen, and he can score goal anytime. We have quality players in all the positions, and I want to believe the coach will not fail us this time around.
Yeah.
Give us top 11, and then we go ahead to win. So that's good. Do not forget that Nigeria, we won with AFCON for 3 times. We got a silver medal about 4 times, and then bronze almost 8 times. So 15 medals from AFCON, which is best. We did well against other African countries, except for Egypt that won it 7 times. So at any point in time, we used to get to quarterfinals and semi-finals. So I don't want to believe that this will be an exception. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chief Shamo, for calling. That was Chief Deji Shamo, former general manager of the Ekiti State Sport Council, and has made us to understand with the internal crisis of the Cameroonians, we should be able to capitalize on that and, of course, get what we are looking for. And I want to agree with that, really, because if you look at it per se, Nigeria must use every opportunity that comes their way. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Shola.
Thank you. Hello?
Yeah, Igene is calling back.
Okay, Igene, let's hear you, please.
Nigeria today.
Yes.
Our coach need to work on striking for our striking force.
Okay.
Just like it's also use Kelechi and this guy, our striker.
Okay.
Female. So that our coach need to working on the striking force. Anyway, I give to Super Eagles by a long goal.
Yeah.
Mr. Shola, I'm my brother.
Thank you, my brother. Like he has said, this is a game that we must win, and that is what soccer fans are saying. We have to win the game because we must move ahead. I don't have any fear as far as the Super Eagles. Like they have said, they must work on themselves as well to qualify for the round of 8 of the ongoing tournament. Osimhen must be at his best. We should be able to see the likes of Simon coming out to give maximum support. Aina must be confident enough to handle his own part of the game, and not that alone. We should be able to see the likes of Aribo showing more confidence and showing that they understand what is called football. We didn't really enjoy Aribo during the last game or at the group stage, his style of play. But we want to believe that Aribo will improve on his performance. Don't forget that these matches will be decided in a way that they must be very careful in order not to concede any foul in the 18-yard box as well. Nigeria against Cameroon, 9 in the evening tonight, later today. Then Equatorial Guinea will tomorrow play against Guinea in Adara Cracker, which will take place 6 in the evening. That will be tomorrow. Also tomorrow, Egypt will play against Democratic Republic of Congo, and Cape Verde will take on Mauritania. And that was what Chief Shama was saying. That we have some other countries here. DR Congo, Cape Verde, Mauritania, all moving towards the round of 16. Even Burkina Faso as well. Cape Verde against Mauritania, Senegal against Cote d'Ivoire, that will take place on Monday, and we'll see Mali playing against Burkina Faso on Tuesday. Morocco against South Africa, that will be another strong match. But the star one, apart from Nigeria and Cameroon, is Senegal against Cote d'Ivoire, that has been bid for Monday at 9 in the evening. Like we have said, it's going to be a big one. Let's keep praying for our own Super Eagles, and let us continue to hope for the best, because we know if they're able to win, then we'll have something to celebrate. That is the size of the program this morning. On our program. Sorry, some other people are trying to get in touch with us, but our time is up. We've been told to sign off. Let's keep on praying that when we will come back, we celebrate our own Super Eagles. One love, one nation, and of course, in unity we stand, divided we fall. But for the Super Eagles, we must keep on praying. My name is Oluwasola Kende. Until I come your way again, God willing, do have a pleasant weekend.
Sports. Nothing refreshes like sports. Get refreshed for another day's job. Get updated on Ekiti FM Sports Update. For sponsorship details and inquiries, visit Ekiti FM News and Current Affairs Department, BSES Ilokun Ado Ekiti, or email us on ekitifmsports@yahoo.com. Sports Updates, keeping you updated Mondays through Fridays, 7:45 to 8 a.m. Don't miss it.